Hello, everyone. I think it's a good idea to actually just add more content here. Let's talk about freaking Hook. So this is going to be a little bit of a Hook review, a movie review. So Hook, it came out in 1991. I saw it 5 years later, and somehow, which I'm still trying to figure out what the heck was going through our mind as a kid, but somehow, even though I don't really know what happened. I have no clue. I think we might have started that whole entire movie and watched the whole movie. But on the other hand, I think there was like a little cut that I watched, and that's it. A little tiny cut, which I guess might have been the beginning. It had to be the beginning. I don't know what the heck happened. I guess we were starting it. I don't remember the starting part, but I do remember the fact of Hook versus Peter Pan the first time, and Peter Pan is, yeah, he's dressed and he doesn't have his original abilities. So, yeah, I kind of think we saw the beginning part, but after that, it was and cut because you had to do some work and crap. So, yeah, first grade, and yeah. Somehow, from that, I thought that there was a twist, a crazy twist, is the fact that Robin Williams' character actually was Captain Hook. And yeah, it was kind of like the yin yang idea. I guess that I don't really know what happened here. I have no idea how it would work, but I think that would make a heck of a movie. The fact of you have a guy who goes to Neverland and turns out that he was the origination or he was the reason why Hook was created. That actually would be a crazy idea. That would be very, very cool. But anyways, about the movie Hook. So the movie Hook, what happened in this one is the fact that Peter Pan actually found someone that he actually would say, screw Neverland, I'm staying here and growing up. Which is kind of a big diss because first it was Wendy and he dissed Wendy and then he dissed Wendy's daughter, which apparently Disney had to make a sequel to the cartoon animated version of Peter Pan. So yeah, we only got to see Wendy's daughter in the cartoon version, but as for in Hook, there was no detail of where in the world she is. So that's kind of the crazy thing. But anyways, so yeah, he freaking dissed Wendy. He dissed I forgot her name, but Wendy's daughter, and went straight for Wendy's granddaughter, which was kind of like, wow. You had two kind of quote unquote random romantic relations with these two girls, and yet you dodge those two and go for the granddaughter. I think technically Wendy should be pissed. Wendy should be freaking damn pissed. And the mother of the granddaughter should be pissed as well. I'm just saying though. So apparently he finally got to grow and he actually forgot everything. He forgot everything in Neverland. So he started his own life. And he's actually a good lawyer. That's a funny thing. Yeah, Peter Pan is a hell of a good lawyer. That's a good one. That is a good one. So lots of things happen. The fact that apparently he didn't visit Wendy for 10 years straight, and Wendy's now being nominated for a glorious award and achievement, and apparently all the people that was within the ceremony, they all were actually lost boys, quote unquote lost boys, but technically adopted orphans. But I figured they were actually the lost boys, and they decided to, hey, let's go back to Neverland. Yeah, that didn't happen, but that would have been cool too, the fact that they reverted back to their kid selves. Which I would figure that would have been even cooler, is the fact that you had him revert back to his kid self when he went to Neverland, but nope. So anyways, Peter has two children. Yeah, he has, I forgot her name, and Jack. Screw you, alright? I don't feel like doing anything and try to remember. This is just a little kind of little movie review. But anyway, so what happened is just the fact of Hook had a revenge. Yeah, And that's one thing that Peter knew deep down. And that's why Peter always kept the doors and windows, especially windows, locked. Because he knew that Captain Hook would come back to get his revenge on Peter Pan. And because of his stupid damn children, they unlocked. No, actually, no. They didn't actually unlock it. I think it was Captain Hook unlocked it from the outside. Which is total, oh my gosh. Yeah, talk about, even in 1991, you kind of had to be like, oh my gosh, someone can do that? Someone can unhook it from the inside? Oh, outside? Oh my gosh. But anyways, yeah, so he kidnapped the children. He wanted his glorious revenge match, cage match, where only one shall come out alive. The battle, a war, a battle that defeats everything, that destroys everything, a once final battle. So that's what he did, is took the kids, and then Peter Pan had Wendy had Tinkerbell, who Tinkerbell was actually Julia Andrews, not Julia Roberts. Sorry, not Julia Andrews, Julia Roberts. And yeah, if she was Julie Andrews, that would have been crazy. But Julie Andrews is too old at that point, because yeah, she was like in her 50s. So, but anyways, Julia Roberts played as Tinkerbell, and that was kind of weird to see a younger version of Julia Roberts. Also, Julia Roberts with short hair too. But anyway, so Tinkerbell came to get Peter in shape and also get Peter to go to his kids. And well, one thing I do have to say, side note, is the fact that the mom, or basically the wife that Peter has, it's kind of like, okay, so you want him to quit his job or something? It's like, yeah, I get that he actually cares about his job more than anything, but it's kind of crap that you're actually going to throw his phone out the window. It's kind of like, yeah, at any moment he could have been fired, and then what you're going to do for food? What you going to do for food? How in the world are you going to pay your mortgage? All that crap. It's kind of like, yeah, he needs his job. I mean, yes, he shouldn't continue on doing it hardcore-wise, but still, you still need him to have a job, because if not, then you're going to go to the poorhouse. So, I'm sorry to be the one that's like, lady, but lady, seriously, in the face. Yeah, thank goodness he's not Vegeta, or I would get beaten down right now. Anyways, so what happened after that is that he had to go to Neverland to save his children, and then yeah, Captain Hook was like, oh my gosh, this is Peter Pan? Really? This is Peter Pan? And so he's just decided, yeah, I'm just going to kill your kids. And then he's like, wait, no! Give him a week, or give him a few days. I'll whip him into shape and turn him into the original Peter Pan, or the Peter Pan that you know, and you can have your battle. So that's what he did, and then Hook had a dastardly evil plan. Let's make his children love me too. Oh my gosh. It didn't work for the daughter, of course, but Jack, on the other hand, and I didn't even mention it, the fact that his dad wasn't really there for him, like the baseball game, he wasn't there for him, but he was there for his daughter when it came to the play, but not for him, which is kind of, ooh. Yeah, so you had Wendy showing the Lost Boys. Yeah, Peter introduced the Lost Boys, and also the leader of the Lost Boys, who, yeah, so that's lots of crazy stuff that happened. And also the fact of you see him eating and you have to train and stuff like that. And of course, you know that eventually he had to get his powers back, and that's what he did. And his happy moment was actually when he became a dad. That was his happy moment he remembered. And also, his imagination was shot. That's one thing that was kind of horrible. And also the fact of, yeah, I kind of want to have some food myself. Yeah, I was like, screw this, I'm going to look for berries and apples and crap. Yeah, you had the kids imaginating food, and that's how they get full. Which I was like, yeah, screw that crap. But as soon as I saw that imagination does help, I'm like, oh, okay, well. So yeah, Peter Pan finally came back, and they had that duel that they finally had. But of course, before that, you had Tinkerbell for the first time ever turning big because that was her wish or whatever. And she actually got to kiss Peter Pan for the first time. And technically, you could kind of say that was cheating, but on the other hand, it's kind of like whatever happens in Neverland stays in Neverland. So, yeah. Well, anyways, they had the final battle, and it was, to me, I guess it was glorious. And also, the Jack returned back to his normal self. Yeah, because he actually was dressed up as a pirate, but he actually realized that, and then they both were like, "Oh my gosh, our dad is Peter Pan." So yeah, the battle continued. You had lots of fighting and stuff, and also you had the Lost Boys also fighting. The leader of the Lost Boys, who wasn't Peter Pan, died. Yeah, Captain Hook actually killed him. That's some crap. But yeah, the showdown finally happened, and it was glorious, except for the part of where Captain Hook actually was like, "I'm down," and Peter Pan actually was going to be a gentleman about it and gave him the sword and continued the battle while getting up. Captain Hook thinks it's cool to claw his freaking damn wrist. And then, yeah, that was crap. Freaking clawed his wrist, man, you jerk. But anyways, yeah, they continue fighting and everything, and Peter Pan won. Yep. Of course, Peter Pan won. Now, here's the bull crap thing of it all. It's the fact of, yeah, they had to defeat Captain Hook. And of course, yeah, we also got to see Captain Hook's hair is not really his hair. All this time, he's a freaking damn old man, and he has to wear a freaking wig, so he looks okay. It's just kind of like, well, that's what the French did a long time ago, but I'm still like, oh yeah, French and Englishmen did, but still, pirates, I don't think they actually do that crap, but whatever. So, now the bull crap part of it. The bull crap part of it was the fact of the alligator that ate him whole and took his hand and also had a clock in his mouth. Yeah, he killed that croc years ago, but he kept a statue. And now the statue all of a sudden had the freaking damn move. It wasn't moving, but I bet if they did have like the technology back then like they do now, they might have actually made the freaking statue come back to life somehow. Maybe by Tinkerbell, and then alligator actually ate Captain Hook. Which I don't think he ate Captain Hook. I guess he actually just took his hand or something. But I'm basing it off the animated Disney release way back when. So yeah, the freaking damn alligator statue of the actual alligator actually fell, and his mouth was actually right there where Captain Hook was. And then all of a sudden, he was able to eat Captain Hook. Which I'm he's a fucking damn statue. I mean, yes, imagination and Neverland and crap, but still, it's he's a freaking damn statue. The only thing that can happen is the fact that he fell in and now he's stuck in his mouth, and then he had no choice but to try to crawl out. And after he tried to crawl out, now he's dead. That makes sense. But the whole, the statue fell down on him, and then the statue engulfed him. It's but the freaking damn alligator's dead. You see how the messed up part about that? I mean, given it's a kid's movie, but still, the alligator is fucking damn dead. How the frick are you able to actually eat him if you're dead? That's like freaking having Walt Disney statue coming up and saying, brains, brains. There's no freaking way because it's a damn statue. So yeah, that's my freaking little gripe about this freaking movie. But after that, they all were able to go, and of course, Peter Pan has to make a new Pan. Yeah, he has to declare a new Pan, the new leader of the Lost Boys. And it was very, very charming that he actually picked the fat black one, even though that kind of sounds horrible. But yes, he picked him, which that was touching to me too. It's like, I could be a Lost Boy leader too. Well, anyways, yeah, so they made it back into their room. Their mom was sleeping, and yeah, they were like, let's give her a minute. I think she needs to have some rest. So they allowed her to rest, and they go back into their bed, and then Peter Pan came, and he fell. He fell right in the snow. And of course, yes, Hook's right-hand man before all of this happened, before the ultimate battle, he actually decided to steal all the freaking damn gold he can and run for it. So yeah, now he's in the real world as a freaking I don't know what you want to call him. Screw it, I don't care. Yeah, so now he's in the real world, and Peter Pan went to Nana, which is the 9th Nana they had. The first Nana was in the Adventures of Peter Pan, and now they have the 9th one. So they went through a lot of dogs apparently, which it makes sense. Dogs don't live that long, but if you calculate, like for instance, if Wendy's 17, yeah, Wendy was 13, maybe even 11 when Peter Pan came, and she's now 70 years old. I would say 11, so that means that she had like at least 59. So let's say if the dog spanned 13 years, that means that given Nana kind of was old in the beginning, so let's say that Nana was like died at 15 years old or something like that. So that means 67. So yeah, let's say all the dogs. So that means that technically they should be like, it does seem accurate, but on the other hand, it's kind of like, so yeah, whatever. So yeah, Peter Pan found his phone that got thrown from the damn window. He talks and then he hangs up, and he still has the phone in hand, and he climbs up the rain pipe, you know, that thing, and then he goes into the window, and yeah, everyone wakes up. The mom wakes up and say, "Oh my gosh!" And Wendy came in, of course, and then all of them like, "Yay, yay!" And then you have freaking Peter Pan like, tick, 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 right in the window, and he actually says, instead of keep it closed, he's like, "You always keep it open." Yeah, so now he actually is back to normal. I mean, a better normal. The fact that now he's not truly like in the dust or anything, and even he threw his cell phone out the window. So yeah. So yeah, that's a good happy ending. That was a good movie. It was very, very interesting. I mean, yeah, that was very interesting. That was one good movie that they have created that actually spiked my interest. Still, I wonder how the frick did I think Robin Williams' character was Hook? I don't know what the frick happened. But at least now I know, and I'm still trying to figure that out. But anyways, thank you for watching this movie review. I know this was very, very long, but hopefully for anyone who hasn't seen Hook, it didn't spoil your appetite and make you want to go watch it for yourself. And if for anyone who actually did watch it, well, this is a nice little homage and memory of it, and I think I actually will release this on Thursday, so that's cool. So, yes, thank you for watching, and have a great day, or at least great weekend that's coming up.